Peace and love, black family. Peace and love. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, live from Atlanta. I am coming to one of the cemeteries, Ashe, that was built by our African ancestors in the 1880s. Enslaved Africans built this cemetery to give our people a place of eternal rest. I am here today to pay respects to one of the greatest men to ever walk American soil, one of the greatest black men of all time. He was one of the greatest Pan-Africanists who ever lived. And I am here today to pay respects to that ancestors. But before I do that, before I pay respects to one of the greatest of the great, Bishop, the Honorable Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, before we pay respects to the great bishop and his queen, I want to first pay respects. I want to first pay respect. And his mother is here as well. But before we do that, okay, I want to lay some fruit for the mother of the cemetery. I want to lay some fruit to the Orisha of the deceased, the guardian of the gates of the cemetery, Ashe. And I want to lay some fruit for both the mother of 9. Her name is Orisha Oya. She is the mother of change, both metaphorical and actual. Physical change, financial change, spiritual change. She is the mother of changes. She brings in the cycles, metaphorically and literally, the tornado, the hurricane. But she also brings in hurricanes in our lives to blow away the negative so we can refocus on the positive. She is a feminine warrior deity. She is that aspect of supreme consciousness that leads and accompanies the ancestors. She's the mother of 9. She is the breath that we breathe, the energy of the winds of change. And as these are the cemetery gates, I want to leave 9 pieces of fruit in the corner for the mother of 9, Ashe. I want to put 9 pieces of fruit, Ashe, for Mama Oya. 9 pieces of fruit, Ashe, for Mama Oya. 9 pieces of fruit, Ashe, for Mama Oya. Ashe. We must greet the guardian of the cemetery before we greet the ancestors in the cemetery. We must greet the guardian of the cemetery. Ashe, Mama Oya. May we be blessed with positive change in our lives, good business success. May we be accompanied with the energy of the righteous ancestors at all times. May you help us see in the dark, see our enemies in the dark, and help us defeat them and clear our path as you blow your spiritual and physical winds. Ashe. These are the fruits for the mother who guards the cemetery, the Iyalode Queen Mother of the Ancestor Society, the Ancestor Cult, the Ancestor Kingdom, Mother Oya. Ashe. 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 So now we're going to go back and pour libations to the ancestor. Now we're going to go back and pour libation to the ancestor. You live with the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Hotlanta, Georgia. I will be speaking tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Omanala Griot Museum, 337 Dargan Place. Come on out. 337 Dargan Place. Come on out. Ashe. And so now we want to pay homage to Bishop Turner. Ashe. And so we'll pay homage to Bishop Henry McNeil Turner. Brothers and sisters, this man right here is the first black man to say that God was black. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad attended his school as a child. The Honorable Marcus Garvey is considered the closest Pan-Africanist ancestor to pick up the torch of Bishop Turner. This ancestor was the first black chaplain in the United States military, the Civil War to be exact. Bishop Henry McNeil Turner was one of the first blacks elected to State House following the close of the Civil War. He was AME bishop. He was a Pan-Africanist. This is one of the black men who said, we have no future in America, we must go home to Africa. This is one of the ancestors who said, we have no future in America, we must go home to Africa. This black man built African Methodist Episcopal Church. Churches all throughout South Africa. If you ever go to South Africa and you see the AME, South Africa has the AME because Bishop Turner helped to bring them the AME. Okay? And you see somebody left a Civil War banner here for Bishop Turner, a Civil War, and it's ironic that we see the red, white, and blue flag because Bishop Turner called the United States flag a stinking dirty rag. What would he have to say about the Colin Kaepernick protest? He called the United States flag a stinking dirty rag in the 1800s during Reconstruction. The epithet says, there is a God that runs this universe, and nations and people are no exception true. An infinite number of laws may harness up the mighty machinery and serve as so many potencies in this mysterious and marvelous revolutions. But there is a God in the background, nevertheless, and he rules in the armies of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth. That is a quote from Bishop Henry McNeil Turner. Our ancestor was born 3 years after the infamous Nat Turner War. He was born 3 years after the infamous Nat Turner War, February the 1st of 1834, and he died on May 9th. He died on May 9th of 1915, 1 year, almost a year, after the Honorable Marcus Garvey started the greatest of associations, the Red, Black, and Green Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League. It says, grandson of an African prince. Bishop Turner was the grandson of an African prince. He was a bishop, presiding elder, a pastor, chaplain general, U.S. Army, first black chaplain of the Army on the Civil War. He was a state senator in Georgia, one of the first African ancestors to be elected to office during Reconstruction. He was an organizer and builder of the African Methodist Episcopal Church in Georgia, West and South African missiologist. As I said, he built AME all throughout South Africa and also in West Africa. He was a publisher like Marcus Garvey, an activist like Marcus Garvey, a theologian like Marcus Garvey. He was a Christian like Marcus Garvey. He was one of the fathers of black liberation theology, a noble and indomitable spirit, rest in peace, erected by the Women's Missionary Society, 6th District AME Church, June of '96. Reverend Augusta Hall Jr., Edith Ming, Bishop Donald Ming, we respect them for that. And also we have his wife, Eliza Peacher Turner, born 1838, the year Frederick Douglass escaped from slavery, passing on 1899. And then we have another epitaph to the Queen, Eliza Ann Turner, the wife of Bishop Turner, passed away July 19th of 1889. And then we have the mother of Bishop Turner right here. What is the Queen Mother's name? What is that? Charlotte, mother of Bishop Turner. This is the woman that gave birth to him. This is the woman that gave birth to one of the fathers of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. This is the mother of Bishop Turner. Queen Mother Ashe is buried here. So what I want to do is I want to greet the ancestor. I want to greet the ancestor. I want to greet the ancestor. I wonder if Bishop Turner was related to Nat Turner. I wonder if Bishop Turner was related to Nat Turner, because although he made his name in Georgia, he was actually from South Carolina. We almost purchased a school last year in the same town where Bishop Turner was born, brothers and sisters. So we want to pour out some libation. Ashe, we want to pour out the libations. I got to call on my ancestors: Father Bailey, my Sailor, my Jenny, my Betsy, Grandpa Isaac, Grandma Young Betsy, Grandpa Stephen, Grandma Caroline, Grandpa George, Grandma Manny, Mama Wayman, Papa Wayman, Charles Henry, Francis, Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey, Annie, Cousin Louis, Charles Rosetta, Fred Jr., Annie, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Grandpa George, Grandma Manny, Grandma Caroline, Grandpa Cicero, Grandma Maida, Grandpa James, Uncle Clifford, Cousin Shanika, Grandma Gertrude, Grandpa Charlie, Grandma Curly, Robert Shoemake Jr., Robert Shoemake Sr., Mahala, Gadelia Pratt, Isaac Johnson, Eileen Johnson, William Thomas Tillman, Grandma Betty Shoemake, Uncle Billy, Uncle Eric, Uncle Dennis, Cousin Nancy, Ashe, Baba Taharka, OBM, Big Brother Clifford, Ashe, ancestors of Goree Island, Ashe, 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 all my Nat Turner ancestors, Ashe, all the ancestors who died in Africa, those who came through the Ma'afa, the Middle Passage, those who struggled and died in America, Ashe, particularly those who were the revolutionary, uncompromising freedom fighters, Ashe, to the female ancestors of the race, Ashe, to the masculine ancestors of the race, Ashe, to the babies who were not allowed to grow up strong and healthy, Ashe, to the ancestors, to the elders who lived a great and long life, Ashe. Bishop thousand of the ancestors who fought in the Civil War, and so may they come and help us fight to break the chains of oppression, break the chains of extermination, marginalization, miseducation, mass incarceration. Help us help ourselves at this time, this 400 years. 400 years this August, sir. 400 years under British North American oppression from 1619 to 2019. Ashe. Bishop Turner, we ask that you accompany us back to Africa when we go to Ghana, July 25th to August the 6th. Ashe. May you let the ancestors in Elmina Slave Dungeon and Cape Coast Slave Dungeon and Asin Mansour and throughout Ghana and throughout the continent come back with us to America to wage a holy war against white supremacy and racism, to wage a holy war against post-traumatic slavery disease, Ashe, to raise a holy war against black mediocrity, self-hate, internal divisions, petty ideological conflicts, Ashe. May we renew our connection to the ancestors, to Almighty God, to the Orishas, Ashe. We ask that Getty Nimbo, the road of Eshu that guards the cemeteries, and we ask that Mama Oya, the Orisha that guards the gates of the cemeteries, that they will wake up and revive and energize and bring all the ancestors from the depths of the seven seas and the oceans from across the world and the seven continents to help African people throughout the world bring about true revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. Ashe, 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 yes. We salute your queen, Ashe. We salute Queen Mother who brought you into this world, Mother Turner. Thank you for bringing a giant. Thank you for bringing a lion. Thank you for bringing a great African into this world. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. 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 Ashe. I want to call on all the revolutionary Pan-African nationalists and black nationalists and revolutionary nationalists who fought to make us an independent people, who told us that we will never be American, who told us that we are African until the end of time, We call on the friends of Bishop Turner, the forerunners of Bishop Turner. We call on Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Ashe. We call on Queen Nzinga, Ashe. Yah Ashanti Wa Ashe. Menelik II, His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. We call on El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, Marcus Messiah Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, W.E.B. Du Bois, Steve Biko, Robert Sobukwe, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. We call on Henry Highland Garnett, John Brown Russworm. One God. There is only one almighty supreme ruler of this universe, but that almighty supreme ruler of the universe created a pantheon of spirits to help us on our path to God consciousness. Ashe. Oh yes, we will win this war. We will win this war, ancestors. Tomorrow, Aminola, Afrocentric Griot Museum. May the spirit of Bishop Turner come. May his wife come. May his mother come on out to the Griot Museum tomorrow for a most powerful revolutionary message from the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Ashe. That's why we are here. Do your research on Bishop Turner, brothers and sisters. If you don't know Bishop Turner, please go do your research. This man is a god of Black America. This is one of the most accomplished Black men we have ever produced. A Renaissance man before Paul Robeson. Ashe. Ashe to Paul Robeson. We visited his grave when we visited El Hajj Malik El Shabazz's grave. Ashe. Ashe, yes. Calling on the ancestors. Yes, indeed, brothers and sisters. I'm hoping to see y'all in Wilmington, Delaware next weekend for the National Independent Black Parent Association Leadership Training Conference. I'm hoping to see you in Philadelphia, June the 30th at the Garden of Prayer at 29th and Ridge. I'm hoping to see you in Charlotte, North Carolina, Saturday to June 6th. I'm hoping to see you in Long Island, New York, Hempstead, Long Island, New York on July the 14th. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all on June the 14th in Harlem as we co-dedicate a street to the memory of that revolutionary Pan-African nationalist by the name of Dr. Yusuf Ben Yakinen on Friday, June the 14th from 12:30 until 2:30. Come on out and show respect to Dr. Ben, who took Dr. Umar from a young college freshman who thought I knew everything. And he made me humble to let me know there was still much more I needed to learn after I heard Dr. Ben at Howard University's Black Consciousness Conference in the fall of 1992. He woke a brother up. He woke a brother up. First full-length book I read was Black Man of the Nile, book that was over 400 or 500 pages. The first book I ever read was Part of My Soul Went With Him. Winnie Mandela, Ashe. Ancestors is all around us. Ancestors is all around. Also resting in Georgia is Dr. John Henry Clark, Ashe. Amos Wilson, Ashe. All those revolutionary ancestors who resisted slavery on the slave ships and said, I will not go peacefully. Ashe. We are revolutionary people. We are not cowards. We will get our heart back. We will get our courage back. We will fight. We will win. We don't know defeat. We only know victory. We're the first people God put on this earth. We're the most spiritual people God put on this earth. We're the holiest people God put on this earth. We are the first and the last. We are the Alpha and the Omega. We are the supreme manifestations of divine God consciousness in this world. Here's an earlier here's an earlier tombstone of Bishop Turner. This is probably the first one. This is for Henry McNeil Turner, God of Pan-Africanism. Henry McNeil Turner, God of Pan-Africanism, brothers and sisters. Pick another Turner. August the 26th, this looks like a child. His children are here. We want to send ashe to the children of Bishop Turner. This was a baby who passed on young Bishop Turner's, and another child of Bishop Turner's, ashe. Yes, indeed. The ancestors are here. The ancestors are here. I could feel the chills, brothers and sisters. We going back to our glory, and we going back to our glory in our lifetime. And if we don't go back to our glory in our lifetime, we will lay the foundation so our children can experience glory in their lifetime. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it's not a game for me. It might be a game for you, but it's not a game for the prince. It's not a game. I take this quite seriously. I take this quite seriously. Bishop Turner, till we meet again, brother. Ashe, ashe, ashe. May you bid me safe travels to Africa next month. May you bid me safe travels to Africa next month. And before we get out of here, before we close on out, before we close, Almighty God would not be pleased for me to leave this. Whether you call him Jehovah, Allah, Yahweh, Elohim, no name is good enough for the nameless. Whether you want to call us black people, Moors, Hebrews, Africans, no name is good enough to describe us. I will accept them all, and at the same time, I will not be content with none of them. I will accept all the names, and at the same time, I will not be content with none of them, because you cannot name God, you cannot limit the Almighty to a name, and you definitely cannot limit the Almighty's first people to a name. This is a spiritual war as well as a political war. This is a spiritual war as well as a political war. Before I get on up out of here, I want to pour libation to the mother of the cemeteries, and also Giddy Nimbo Eshu Elegba, both of whom I've initiated into as an ancestor priest, Oyotunji African. Y'all protect the ancestors, Ashe. Mama, or y'all raise up all the spirits of the dead Africans and let them come and help us fight for global African redemption and emancipation. Mama, or y'all, thank you for keeping those haters off my back. Mama, or y'all, bless the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Let us get that school fixed up and ready. Let us get that school open for August the 21st of 2020 to start educating our babies, because our babies are the ancestors come back to finish a job that they didn't finish in the previous life. Mama, Oya, guard the cemetery. Bring the ancestors. Keep the negative spirits away from us, Ashe. Take our pleas and prayers to the feet of Lord God, Olodumare, Ashe. Mama Oya, protect us up in the winds when we get on that plane and go on over to Ghana for the 400 years anniversary year of return, so named by the president of Ghana, Ashe. May you bring Shango and Yemoja. May you bring Oshun, Obatala, Ashe. May you bring Ochozi and I Got You and Erinle, and may you bring Oshun, and may you bring Ogun, my father. Ifa Rumila. Bring all the spirits to help us fight for global African redemption. Mama, we honor you. We honor your cemetery, the gates of your cemetery. You are the energy that controls and leads and guides the ancestors. You are the one that keeps watch and protects the eternal resting places of our living dead. Ashe, ashe, ashe. We salute you, Mama Oya. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Black power. Black power. Black power. That's right. We are an African people. We are an African people. Make sure you honor the Most High God before you honor any spirit. Make sure you honor the Most High God before you honor the ancestors. Make sure you honor the Most High God before you honor the Orishas, the Loas, the Abusums, the Netters, the Saints. We honor God first. This is the Prince, and I'm signing out. One love. See y'all tomorrow. Doors at 2. Lecture at 4. We got all the vendors in the world tomorrow. We're going to have a night. We got soul food tomorrow at the Omanala Museum. We got vegan food. We got water ices. We got homemade smoothies. We got books. We got artwork. We got African clothing. We got a gigantic marketplace coming to y'all tomorrow at the Omanala Afrocentric Museum here in Atlanta, 337 Dargan Place. 337 Dargan Place. All the children are free. Get your tickets online, drumarjohnson.com. 25 online, 30 at the door. 25 online, 30 at the door. 25 online, 30 at the door. This is